Get ready because the future of driving is accelerating faster than ever. On today's ElectroDrive news, we're diving headfirst into the stories that are shaping tomorrow, right now. From major political challenges to groundbreaking manufacturing milestones and crucial market shifts, you won't want to miss a single second. We've got the inside track on what's happening, why it matters, and what it means for you. Stay tuned, because the electric revolution is here and the updates are nonstop. We're kicking things off with a major political play that could reshape the EV landscape. We're celebrating a colossal production achievement from a global automotive giant. Then we're diving into the shifting fortunes of EVs in a major market. And finally, we're uncovering surprising new data on EV maintenance costs. Stick around, you're about to get all the essential intel. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss a beat. A political firestorm ignites over EV mandates. In a significant move that could reshape the electric vehicle landscape in Canada, Conservative Party leader Pierre Poilievre has officially launched a campaign targeting the Liberal government's ambitious electric vehicle sales mandate. This bold initiative signals a strong opposition to the mandated phase-out of gasoline-powered vehicles, setting the stage for a heated political debate across the nation. The mandate, which requires automakers to ensure a growing percentage of new vehicle sales are electric, is a cornerstone of the Liberals' climate action plan, aiming to drastically reduce transportation emissions. However, Poilievre and the Conservatives argue that this policy is out of touch with the realities faced by everyday Canadians, particularly those in rural areas or with lower incomes. They contend that the infrastructure for electric vehicles, including charging stations, is not yet robust enough to support a widespread transition, and that the higher upfront cost of EVs remains a significant barrier for many consumers. The campaign's launch is not just a policy critique. It's a direct appeal to voters who may feel alienated by the pace and direction of the government's environmental policies. Poilievre has been vocal about emphasizing consumer choice and affordability, framing the EV mandate as an imposition rather than an incentive. He has highlighted concerns about the potential impact on jobs in the traditional automotive sector and the strain on the electricity grid. The Conservatives plan to leverage public sentiment, particularly in regions where EV adoption is slower, to build momentum against the mandate. This political maneuver is expected to intensify the national conversation about energy policy, economic fairness, and the practicalities of transitioning to electric mobility. The success of this campaign could have far-reaching implications, potentially influencing future government policy, automotive manufacturer strategies, and consumer confidence in electric vehicles. As the debate unfolds, all eyes will be on how effectively the Conservatives can mobilize opposition and whether their arguments resonate with a broader segment of the Canadian electorate, challenging the government's commitment to its electric vehicle targets. The coming months will be critical in determining the political future of EV adoption in Canada, with this campaign marking a pivotal moment in that ongoing saga. This development is a stark reminder that the path to widespread EV adoption is as much a political journey as it is a technological one, with significant debates shaping its trajectory. But that's not the only electrifying news making waves. Get ready for a massive milestone from a global automotive giant that's redefining EV production. Volkswagen surges past 1.5 million electric vehicle milestone. Volkswagen has officially celebrated a monumental achievement in its electric vehicle journey, marking the delivery of its 1.5 millionth fully electric ID model. This significant milestone reached just 5 years after the first ID. Vehicles hit the road in 2020 underscores Volkswagen's rapid ascent as a leader in the electric vehicle market, particularly in Germany and across Europe. The car that crossed this impressive mark was a sophisticated black ID.7 Tourer Pro, rolling off the production line at the Emden plant in Lower Saxony, Germany. This accomplishment is more than just a number. It's a powerful testament to the growing acceptance and demand for Volkswagen's battery-powered lineup. Martin Sander, Volkswagen's sales chief, expressed pride in the achievement, stating, 1.5 million ID models delivered. This clearly shows that Volkswagen is a pioneer. He also candidly acknowledged the ongoing challenge of converting more private buyers to electric mobility, noting that a significant portion of current EV registrations are driven by business fleets, which often benefit from more favorable tax incentives. The Emden plant, a key site in this electric revolution, has undergone a substantial transformation with a €1 billion investment, solidifying its role as a dedicated hub for electric vehicle production. Alongside other VW facilities in Zwickau and Dresden, which exclusively produce EVs, and global operations in Hanover, the US, and China, the Emden plant highlights the truly international scope of Volkswagen's electric ambitions. The ID family itself has expanded impressively, starting with the ID.3 hatchback, followed by the versatile ID.4 SUV, the sleek ID.5, and the iconic ID. Buzz van. More recently, the ID.7 sedan and its spacious Tourer sibling have joined the ranks, with the ID.7 Tourer even becoming Germany's most registered EV in the first half of 2025. While acknowledging the rising popularity of Chinese EVs in Europe, Volkswagen appears to maintain a strong foothold, especially in its home market of Germany. Looking ahead, Volkswagen is not resting on its laurels. The company is gearing up to launch the ID. 2 in 2026, priced attractively under €25,000, followed by the even more affordable ID. Everyone in 2027, aiming for a price point around €20,000. These upcoming models are strategically designed to make electric cars accessible to a broader range of everyday drivers, directly addressing affordability concerns that have been a barrier to widespread EV adoption. This aggressive product strategy positions Volkswagen to compete fiercely, especially as it faces competition from manufacturers like BYD, which has seen remarkable sales success with its budget-friendly vehicles. Volkswagen's sustained investment in electrification and its expanding range of compelling ID. models signal a clear commitment to leading the transition to sustainable transportation. But is the EV transition smooth sailing everywhere? We're heading to the US next to explore a starkly different outlook on electric vehicle adoption and what it means for the industry. US electric vehicle market faces uncertain future amidst policy shifts. The electric vehicle market in the United States appears to be navigating a period of significant uncertainty, with prospects for sales growth looking increasingly challenging. This shift in outlook is largely attributed to recent governmental policy changes, including the removal of federal purchase incentives and the rollback of legislation aimed at improving average fuel consumption standards for automakers. These actions by the Trump administration have created a less favorable environment for EV adoption, prompting a reevaluation of strategies by major automotive manufacturers. General Motors' Chief Financial Officer, Paul Jacobson, articulated this concern, suggesting that the current trajectory could lead to a contraction in the EV retail sector. I would be surprised if there aren't fewer EV retailers or EV sellers in the next 4 to 5 years, Jacobson stated at the J.P. Morgan Auto Conference on August 13th. This sentiment reflects a broader trend where automakers are reassessing their investment and production plans for electric vehicles in the U.S. The rollback of fuel efficiency mandates, which previously pushed manufacturers to increase their fleet's MPG ratings, removes a key regulatory driver for EV development and sales. Without these mandates, the economic imperative for automakers to produce and sell more EVs is diminished, especially in a market where consumer demand is still sensitive to price and charging infrastructure availability. The reduction or elimination of government incentives also directly impacts the affordability of EVs for consumers, potentially slowing down adoption rates. While some manufacturers continue to invest in EV technology and production, the policy environment suggests a more cautious approach. The debate over the future of EVs in the U.S. is becoming increasingly polarized, with differing views on the pace of technological advancement, the readiness of the charging infrastructure, and the economic impact on consumers and industries. The statements from industry leaders like Paul Jacobson highlight the immediate concerns within the automotive sector regarding the viability and profitability of EVs in the current regulatory and market climate. The coming years will be crucial in determining whether the U.S. can regain momentum in EV adoption, or if the recent policy shifts will lead to a prolonged slowdown, potentially impacting the nation's climate goals and its position in the global automotive industry's transition to electrification. This situation underscores the significant influence that government policy can have on the adoption rates of new technologies and the strategic decisions made by major industries. But it's not all gloom and uncertainty for EVs. We're heading to Germany next to uncover surprising new data that shows EV repairs are actually getting cheaper. EV repairs becoming more affordable as industry gains experience. A recent study from Germany indicates a positive trend for electric vehicle ownership. Repair costs are steadily decreasing, moving closer to those of traditional internal combustion engine (ICE) vehicles. This development is a significant indicator that EVs are becoming the new normal on the roads, with the gap in repair expenses narrowing considerably compared to just a year ago. The findings from the German Insurance Association, GDV, reveal that while comprehensive insurance claims for EVs were still 20 to 25% higher than for ICE models last year, this disparity is shrinking. Anja Keffer-Rohrbach, Deputy General Director of GDV, attributed this decline to the growing expertise within workshops and service providers who are now more frequently handling EV-specific systems and repairs. As the variety of EV models increases and their overall adoption grows, service providers are accumulating more practical experience, which directly contributes to lower repair costs. This trend is occurring against the backdrop of rapid EV growth in Germany. Between 2021 and 2023, EV registrations saw a substantial surge, and by early 2025, approximately 1.65 million electric vehicles were on German roads, representing 3.3% of all registered cars, a five-fold increase in just 4 years. The increased volume of EVs naturally leads to more EV repair work becoming a routine part of daily operations for garages, accelerating the industry's ability to efficiently manage these vehicles. Although EV repairs remain, on average, more expensive than those for ICE cars, the downward trend signifies consistent progress. As repair costs converge with traditional benchmarks, a key barrier to EV adoption is being dismantled. The implications for the insurance sector are also noteworthy. As EVs constitute a larger portion of insurance claims, insurers are adapting their models, which previously placed significant weight on higher repair costs. With the cost gap narrowing, risk assessments are beginning to recalibrate, potentially leading to more stable insurance premiums for EV owners. This shift coincides with automakers' increased EV production and regulatory pressure for lower emissions. For potential EV buyers, the prospect of lower repair costs is as compelling as lower purchase prices. Analysts suggest that if these trends persist, EV repair expenses could soon align closely with those of gasoline-powered cars. This would further strengthen the economic case for electric vehicles, particularly in markets where affordability and ease of maintenance are critical decision-making factors. The GDV study ultimately paints a picture of increasingly manageable EV ownership, where falling repair costs, expanding industry knowledge, and evolving insurance practices are making electric vehicles a more practical and economically sound choice for a growing number of consumers. That wraps up our main stories for today. But don't go anywhere, we've got a quick recap and all the ways you can stay connected. In our top stories today, Canada's Conservative leader launched a campaign against the Liberal EV sales mandate. Volkswagen celebrated delivering its 1.5 millionth electric ID vehicle. U.S. EV market faces uncertainty amid policy shifts, and a German study shows EV repair costs are falling. That's all the essential updates you need to know. If you found this episode valuable, give us a big thumbs up, smash that subscribe button, and ring the notification bell so you never miss our fast-paced EV news. Let us know your thoughts on these stories in the comments below, and follow us on all social media platforms for even more exclusive content. Thanks for watching ElectroDrive News. Drive into the future with us.